We're heading to West Texas to see inside a Citadelle. A small Texas town called Canadian, home to 100-year-old buildings, and one makes an unlikely home. When the first Baptist church was built in 1910, it was called a Citadelle. Maloof and Teresa Abraham call it home. Now it's 10,000 square feet with a first-floor grand living room featuring stained glass.
This stained glass piece in the ceiling was original to the 1910 building. When we bought this building, there were 2 inches of dust and bat droppings on it. Then we cut this hole in the center and hung this chandelier through it.
Add dining room, kitchen, family room, 3 guest bed and bathrooms, plus an amazing art collection. Upstairs, a library fills an old Sunday school room. The view from upstairs into the living room is also new.
It really made it quite dramatic opening up this room to the big room.
Behind the library, there are 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. One his and hers. And in the church's basement.
This room was where the old coal furnace used to be, and now it's used as Maloof's exercise room. Is this your favorite room?
Not really.
Everybody in the pool.
Outside, a pool and palatial grounds filled with sculpture and fountains take up a city block in a lot that once had no room for a yard.
When we bought this old Baptist church, it was on 75-foot by 140-foot lot. So we really didn't have any room even for a garage. And we were able to buy a neighboring house, then another one, and so on and so forth.
That's right. The Abrahams now own the entire block. But it all started back in 1977, when they bought the building vacated by the church in 1975. It was on the verge of being torn down.
When we bought this old Baptist church, they said, "Oh, you're just crazy," and we heard it a lot. So I came home and I made this sign, "We think you're crazy too."
There was no plumbing in it. There was a little hot water heater just for the baptistry for, they totally dunked them and so on. And it was just empty and abandoned, unwanted, unused. So I guess that's one reason I got it for $15,000, affordable housing, Canadian, Texas.
They fell in love with all the open space.
We had been looking for another place to live because we had these 3 boys and we lived in this little bitty house.
The old church was missing a front door and leaky and dirty inside. A balcony built for additional seating blocked light from coming into the room.
You see the balcony wraps right around here. So there's this wonderful window and the balcony wrapped around and clear on around here, just curves around. So it really obscured the beautiful shape and proportions of this room, and it hid a lot of the stained glass. So just taking that out did wonders for this room.
And seeing the light in the rest of the house required 3 miles of electrical wiring. Reuse was a big part of this 9-month renovation. Recycled stained glass from the front of the church brightens up Teresa's bathroom. And the old marble baptistry is home to happy houseplants, all part of the Abrahams' good intentions.
One of the reasons that I feel strongly about historic preservation is to respect the best efforts of those who came before us.
And Teresa's hobby of playing the organ in the upstairs library fits right in this house.
Can you get away from everything by coming in here? So it works out really good.
Even though they worked hard to make this their home,
We just love it. We just love living in that house.
the Abrahams plan to take their pet project one step further in a few more years.
And we're going to give the whole kit and caboodle as an art museum. The house, the gardens, the art. We'll just kind of get our clothes and walk out,
That's right. The Abrahams plan to donate their work of art as an art museum for the community of Canadian Texas as a way of sharing their blessings.
I definitely think we have been blessed. Somebody said, well, don't you feel like you're really special to live in the old Baptist church? And I said, oh, I've always thought I was blessed to live in anywhere.